This is my first ever book on haul. Out with the things that don't bring us joy so that we can justify buying more books. Hi friends, it's Lexa and I just got new shelves. I'm setting up a whole new filming room. I've got this backdrop, but here's the thing, is that while this looks semi put together, because I had to do that really fast so I could film a couple of videos, what's going on behind here? It's overflowing a little bit, so it's made me realize that I need to get rid of some books. I've never gotten rid of books, ever. This is gonna be my first ever unhaul. So I thought in that spirit, I would take you with me. Let's unhaul books, get rid of ones that aren't serving us, aren't bringing us joy, I'm never gonna reread again, or I know that I need to finally admit defeat and know that I'm just never gonna read them in general. That way, we can make space for new books so that everything on the shelf can just bring me joy. Because right now, everything that you can see kind of does. Everything at the bottom, well, I'll show you, okay? First off, I gotta move some things around in here. With me this way, please. Well, we're gonna start down here because down here are my red books, which is probably going to have the highest amount of books that I, let's be honest, I'm never going to reread, or books that I just didn't like, whatever that may be. Get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack. I got a biscotti because I'm starving. I know that I cannot take the time to stop and make lunch or otherwise I'm never gonna do this. So now is the time. I've never unhauled books before, so I don't know if this is realistic, but my goal is to unhaul 50 books. 0 to 50, okay? But I feel like we can do that, especially because I already have a stack here that I set aside knowing for sure I was gonna unhaul it while I was like kind of sort of, these shelves are not where I want them to be, but they were good enough for me to be able to like use this as a functional filming space for now. So real quick, just going down the list. Paperback of The Hunger Games. Behind here, you can't see it, is a hardback set of The Hunger Games that my stepmom found for me at a thrift store. I don't need the paperback. I'll do my best to keep track in my head roughly, but these next two I will absolutely accept zero judgment for. I have not one, but 2 copies of A Court of Thorns and Roses that I need to sell because I own the box set. Listen, series of unfortunate events. I bought this one, didn't remember I bought it, bought this one, then had the bright idea that I wanted to read the entire series, so I went to go look it up and it was cheaper to buy the box set than it was to buy the rest of the books individually. So now up here, you can't see it, we'll get to it. I have the box set, I need to sell these. Together We Burn. I got this in some sort of book box. Illumicrate, Fairy Loot, Owl Crate, and one of those. I have heard that this author is like not a good person, and this is YA fantasy. I'm probably never gonna read it. It's absolutely gorgeous, so it pisses me off, but no. This book does not have a thing. It says, do this for me. I believe that I bought this at the dollar store. No. I love this book. It was a 5-star. I already read it. I have 2 copies of it. I accidentally ordered 2. This is not the last time that you'll hear that from me. This is another hardback book that I have no idea what it is. News of Our Loved Ones. I got this at the dollar store. Why did I buy this? I don't know. I don't know, but moving on. This brings me, I think I have 2 copies of this. Keep an eye out. This one might return. Winter Keep. This is the 4th book in the Graceling series. I ended up DNFing Bitter Blue. I was really sad about it. I don't want to talk about it. This is the next book. This series started off as companion novels where you could read them as standalones, but then it turned into not that. So since I DNF'd the book before it, I'm never gonna get to this one. I gotta let it go. Fortune, Fire, and Stars. I read this last month, I believe. Again, a dollar store find. It ended up being like a 2-star. It's a YA fantasy. I'm never gonna reread this. I don't want it on my shelves. This one is a hot take. And I considered keeping it just because it's so beautiful, but it just irks me every time I look at it, and that's Lore Olympus. This is a Hades and Persephone retelling graphic novel. The graphics on here are absolutely stunning. This is like my vibe, gorgeous. I hated this so much. I'm never going to carry on in the series. Someone else will love this more than I, so they should have it. I believe that was 10 right off the bat, so we are well on our way to 50, for sure. Now, these shelves. This shelf is tricky because there are some things on here that weren't my favorites, but I might want to keep. I feel like this is a shelf we could come back to if we need to unhaul more, but for now I'm happy with it. And there are some on here that I really did love, but like A Touch of Darkness. Did I highlight in this at all, or did I just have it? No, I think I just had it. This was another Hades and Persephone retelling that was just so underwhelming, but it did have a main character, well, a side character, but she came up a lot, whose name is Lexa. So I feel like I should probably keep it because it's the only character I've ever seen in a book that has my name. Bitter Blue, I was just talking about this. I DNF'd it, but did I highlighted in it? I thought I was gonna love this so much. I didn't, but I can find someone who would. I can always put it in a free library. Want to keep all of those. Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. I did not like this as much as I thought that I would. Goodbye. The Wives by Taryn Fisher. I think I started reading this during quarantine, back when I wasn't really into reading. I didn't finish it, but I've watched videos, like long form content on it, and I know how it ends, and I'm never gonna read it, so. Hey, remember when I said that this was gonna come up again? Yeah, I had two copies of this. Goodbye. Oh no, that was only 4. Okay, How to Keep House While Drowning. I have the updated version of this that I want to read, and I've already read through this one, so I feel like I could give this to someone who would like really benefit from it, but I'm excited more to read the new one. The Fuck It Diet. This makes me so sad. You can't see it, but that's what it is. Because I loved this book so much, and it was such a big, like, this was one of the books I read when I first started my ED recovery journey, but I have since learned that the author of this book really sucks and is an anti-vaxxer and is like not cool. So I'm never gonna recommend it for that, and I'm never gonna reread it. Okay, I believe that was another 6 books from this shelf. Can I get you any lower? Hello? I'm going to so regret filming like this. Oh, don't worry, Dory's gonna join too. Fantastic. The Hating Game. I think I gave this like 2 or 3 stars. It was one of the first romance books that I read last year. I'm never gonna read it again. Same thing with Alice in Wonderland. I actually hated this. Pass. Oh, and speaking of classics that I ended up hating, Bridge to Terabithia. The movie was so much better. The movie was one of the first movies that ever made me cry. This, no. There are a few in here, like there are some that I know I didn't like, but I want to keep them for one reason or another. Earthsea, I think this came free in some sort of a bookish box. I don't see myself ever reading this. Cause like Season of Love, I was so disappointed in this, but I buddy read it with someone. So like I don't want to get rid of it because it has those memories. And it was like so much fun to buddy read because it kind of sucked. Oh no, that was only 3. We're slowing down fast, friends. We can do this. Moving over. This one's tricky because these are mainly my personal finance books that I bought for my personal finance channel, and like I'm not getting rid of any of those, even if I don't plan on reading any of them anytime soon. But this one I can't get rid of because I know that this is also, I have 2 copies of this one. So I lied, I am getting rid of some of them. Some of these I wrapped up when I was like really into, when I thought I like wanted to make my bookshelves like all monochromatic and aesthetic and kind of browns and neutral tones. So like this is Near the Bone. This is not what I thought it was. I didn't like the Millennial Money Fix, but I want to keep it just in case I need to ever reference it for my job. This is the new updated version of How to Keep House While Drowning that I just unhauled the older version of. 12 out of 10 would recommend. I found one. She is Fierce. This has come up a couple of times in my Bookish Bumble Builds My TBR videos, and every single time I'm like, I'm not reading this, so it needs to go. The Boy Who Was Raised as a Dog. I have 2 copies of these. One. Oh shit, you probably can't see a lot of this. Hold on. Well, it says it was off. Okay, it swears that this is a clear background. You can tell me what you think about that. Well, that was only 3 more. All Our Hidden Gifts. I wanted to love this so much. It was just fine for me. And then Educated. I don't know where, again, the cover of this is, but I've heard that this is not fantastic. So out of all of the amazing memoirs that I have to read, I'm not gonna get to that one. Plus, I like listening to memoirs on audiobook anyway, so oh no. The Compound. I read this at the beginning of last year. It was an interesting, like, kind of apocalyptic YA thriller. But the ending was just kind of meh for me. I think I have the sequel to it somewhere here as well. Probably will also unhaul this. I just need to be honest that I'm never gonna carry on. This is tricky. Maybe I don't have as many books to unhaul as I thought I did. That's only 19. Which 19 is a lot of books, don't get me wrong, but I kind of thought 50 was underselling it. I thought it'd be more. Oops. While we're here, is there anything from here? Yes. Okay, I got this in one of those like things on Etsy where they will send it to you. I don't know, I know that like we don't want to say blind date with a book. That's not the language we should be using, but I don't know what else to call it. Let me know if you have any other ideas, because I don't know how else to refer to like someone else choosing a book for you and then you get it and you unwrap it without knowing what it is. But that's how I got this, and I'm not gonna read it. That's it for this shelf. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit here. Lead Me Astray. I recently read this. It was just an okay for me, and I think that someone else could really enjoy this more. I'm not gonna reread it. My standards for unhauling and what I'm willing to part with are changing as I realize how few books I've unhauled. Now listen, I could like put you back. That would be better. Why did I not think about that? You didn't need to be that close. This shelf, I have a love-hate relationship with. I've been thinking about doing a video, doing some sort of a video that decides whether I'm gonna stay subscribed to Book of the Month or not. I just feel like these are all the books I still have to read that I haven't read yet. These are the books that I have read, and like only one of them was a favorite or like a 5-star. So is it worth it? I'm not sure. Anyway, that's not what this video is. Let me know if you'd like to see a video like that. I was thinking like maybe try a chapter of all of them or read some of them and decide, I don't know. I can get rid of this one and this one And this one. This is that same author that I heard, this is not good rep, goodbye. Flicker in the Dark. I was not impressed with this mystery, nor was I impressed with Things We Do in the Dark. Both of them have dark in the title. I just realized that. Someone else will enjoy those far more than I will, and I will never reread them. I don't think I'm going to read Breathless or The Golden Couple. These are just thrillers that I've heard like meh things about. And thrillers already, I've been going back and forth on like whether they work for me or not a lot of the times. So if I've already heard meh things about them, the rest of these I feel fine about. Okay, maybe I was miscounting before because I definitely think I have like 33 books here. You'll know in future editing, Lex will know. I think in my mind I said, Lexa, stack them in 10s so you can easily look. And then I told myself I did that, but then I didn't. So one of the stacks had like 18. Daring Greatly, I love Brene Brown. This is a repeat. I literally have the paperback right here. So I can give this away to someone. These are books that I love to give away anyway to people. So I'll put this in like my giveaway to who I think would like this pile. Dory found a screw. That's worrisome. And I know at the beginning I said that I wasn't gonna unhaul any of these. I've been going back and forth. I love Katie Robert, and I actually like this Wicked Villain series. But each one of these books, these novellas, does it say on here? I swear they're like $18. And it's a tiny little book, and this series has like 10 books. And I like the audiobooks so much, and I can get those for free on Scribd, that I'm like, am I gonna buy all of these? Probably not. These are all my series. I'm keeping these. Oh no, my tripod is like broken, so this isn't gonna stay up. You're slowly sinking, aren't you? Yep. What am I supposed to do with that? I have to keep you that high? That's unrealistic. We're not gonna be spending too much time here anyway. Is there a better angle I can put you at? Perhaps? No, not really. We won't be spending much time here. This is my favorite shelf of all-time favorite books. I'm not getting rid of any of these. This is more series. I'm not getting rid of any of these. Excuse me, Dory. Move it or lose it. We're coming through. You are very unsteady. But again, this is gonna be quick. These are series. Not getting rid of any of them. These are all of my beautiful books. My Fairy Loot and Illuma Crate. Have I read any of these? Yes, one of them. But did I read this actual physical edition? No, and I didn't even love this book. But they're so beautiful. I don't know if I'm emotionally prepared to part ways with any of these quite yet. So moving on. Hopefully we'll have more luck on the bottom shelves because I'm not sure we're gonna have too much luck on the tops. Top shelves. The Crow Rider, another dollar store find. Goodbye. Okay, listen, I gotta be honest here. Illuminae, I hate the way that the naked cover looks. I mean, it's cool, but like I hate how it looks on the shelf. And I don't really want to support this author. And I don't really think that I'm gonna like love this series all that much anyway, so goodbye. That's it for that shelf. Okay, moving on to this one. We can already see another perpetrator of, I have 2 copies of this book. Again, I accidentally ordered 2 in the same order. Please give me a break. I was unmedicated for 2 months with my ADHD with the Adderall shortage. I cannot be held responsible for what I did back then. I don't know why I bought this. Can't even tell you where or when. Maybe it was a thrift store find. I've gotten this in Bookish Bumble a couple of times, and each time I'm just like, no thank you. Goodbye. We're going down. This shelf, I also kind of wonder, is there anything here? Yes, look at that. Look at that. They weren't next to each other, so you might have missed it, but 2 copies of Echo Wife. Yes, I ordered 2 of these in that same order that I ordered 2 of all those other books. I swear to God, I don't know how that happened. I don't know if it was a mess up on their part. Seems weird that it happened multiple times. When I started unboxing all those books, I was like, the first time I was like, oh, they messed up and they sent me 2. And I was like, that happened again and again? I don't know. But let me not blame them because it was most likely me. Let's be honest here. The Fallout, the sequel to The Compound, we already established. I'm probably not gonna go back. I would have to reread that, and I don't care that much. Then we've got the romance / literary fiction, and this is where I have to decide who am I versus who do I think I am going to be. Because so far, general contemporary romance hasn't worked very well for me, but I still am holding out hope. This is gonna help a little bit. We got 3 on, oh, sorry Tia Williams. We got 3 right here. What is this? The Paper Girl in Paris. I end up getting sucked into buying that $5 book every single time that I'm at Barnes & Noble when they have the little table that says, oh, buy a cafe drink, which I'm already doing if I'm in Barnes & Noble. Come on, who is not buying a Starbucks drink? Then a book for $5, why not? Except it's usually always historical fiction. I don't read historical fiction. Goodbye. Where the Crawdads Sing. I don't want to read a book by a murderer. Goodbye. Allegedly a murderer. Don't sue me. The Fountain of Silence. Another one Barnes & Noble sucked me into buying. I got both of these books at the dollar store. Am I ever going to read them? Probably not. This was just back when I just started getting into books and I just wanted to be surrounded by books. So I thought, what better way to be surrounded by books than buy dollar books? Because they're so cheap and I didn't have a ton of money to be spending on books. Like honestly, I'm now surrounded by books that I love. I'm not gonna read these. The Love, Prison Maid, and Unmade. We Are Lost and Found. I'm sure they're great. Someone else will enjoy them more. Wow, that cleared up a lot of space on the shelf. Fantastic. Oh, and we didn't even look at the romance. Here's the thing. I did not like Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I'm so sorry if you did. It's nothing personal, but I'm not ready to part with this series yet. And I have heard some people say that if you did not like Chloe Brown, you might actually like some of these others. I hope that this background has not blurred itself too much. So despite the fact that contemporary romance hasn't worked for me, we're keeping all of those. Friends, we are so close. If my counts are correct, they're probably not. I think we have 46 books. Oh my God, this is actually happening. We got this, okay? We might have to go back, but we'll see, we'll see. Another $5 Barnes & Noble find. I'm probably not gonna read it. Fangirl, don't really want to support this author. I don't have emotional attachment to the author, so it doesn't bother me. I'm keeping all of those. Okay, another $5 Barnes & Noble find. I've got to stop fucking doing that. We have one more, people. One more. Holy shit. Okay. Do I have any more repeats? Anyone? Anyone? Hello? Oh. You all might have already seen this. Probably not. I think I covered it up. The Daughter of the Moon Goddess, say it with me. I have 2 of them. It was not from the same order, but very well could have been. I bought myself this, and then I didn't remember that I bought myself this, and then I put it on the list of books for possible Christmas presents, and my mom bought me one. This one, though, is a little bit water damaged, so I'm actually gonna keep that one. Daughter of the Moon Goddess, not because I didn't like it. I already have, I have another copy. I am pretty sure that that was 50 bucks. Wow, we did it. Let's reconvene back at the table. Hello, we did it. What am I supposed to do with all these books now? I need a basket. 911. Something about this is not centered. I've got a feeling it's me. It's fine, it's the outro, okay? You've made it this far. Clearly you're not here for perfection. So that's it. Hopefully my counting was correct and we did in fact unhaul 50 books. If not, I don't want to hear it. Okay, I tried my best. This was so much fun. I'm feeling a lot better. I was getting a little bit nervous that I should have bought a 4th bookshelf at IKEA because my IKEA is always sold out of the Billy bookshelves. And I felt like I didn't have enough room, but now I have tons of room. And now I have room to play with how I want to organize these shelves. Thank you all so much for watching. Big thumbs up for the fact that we did in fact reach that goal when things were looking worrisome there in the beginning. My confidence in myself was a big roller coaster through this video. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I was gonna say leave a trash emoji, because like we're not throwing these away. Comment section would just be filled with trash cans. You know what? Yeah, that sounds about right. Leave a trash can emoji down in the comments below if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you want to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!